I'm factoring 12b squared, take away 37b minus 10. So we're going to use the trial and error method. So here's my two brackets, and my first two terms must multiply together to give 12. So I'm going to try 3 and 4, so 3b and 4b. And see, the problem with 12 is there's a lot of things that multiply to give you 12. There's 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. So I'm going to just pick 3 and 4. And for 10, I'm going to try 2 and 5. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try 1 and 10. The reason why I'm going to, 2 and 5 isn't going to work is I need to get all the way up to 37, like when I multiply things out. So if I try 1 and 10, so plus 1, and let's try negative 10. Okay, so yeah, the 1 times 10 is negative 10, the 3 times 4 is 12. If I do 3 times negative 10, I get negative 30 plus 4. That's what we're actually going backwards, so that's not going to work. Why don't I switch the 10, so 10, so negative 10, and we're going to make this into a 1. Let's try that. So I have negative 4 times, so to get the middle term, I have 3 times 1, so negative 3, and then, it would have to be positive 1 to give us negative 10. So 3 times 1 is 3. Yeah, we already have that. 3 times 1 is 3, plus negative 40 is negative 37. So that works. Okay, and that's trial and error. It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Yes. You want to try another one? Let's see. Okay, so we're looking for two things that multiply to give us 6. So I'm going to try 2m and 3m. And then two numbers that multiply to give us 20. Once again, there's a lot of numbers that do that. So I'm going to try 4 and 5. Okay, and they're the same sign, so I'm going to make them both negative. You'll see why in a second. They have to be the same sign because they multiply. 4 and 5 multiply to give us 20, but then when we add stuff up, we get a big negative number, right? So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. So I'm just going to write that just so I'll remember, negative 10. And 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Oh, and that makes negative 22. Very close, though. So I'm going to try and just rearrange these things. So instead of I'm going to try 5. I'm going to try 5 here and 4 over here and see how that works. So here I have negative 8 and negative 15. Okay, negative 8, negative 15 is negative 23, so that does work. Okay, so what we were after is we're after two numbers that multiply to give 6. The 2m and the 3m multiply to give us 6. The negative 5 and the negative 4 multiply to give us 20. But does the 2m times the negative 4 added to the negative 5 times the 3m, does that give us negative 23? Okay, and that's how trial and error works. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, I'm going to try and push my luck and do this one, trial and error. So we're looking for the factors of 48. I'm thinking 6 and 8. But once again, it could be 3 and 16. It could be 2 and 24. There's a lot of different things that go into 48. So 6n and 8n. And we're looking for two numbers that multiply to give us 1. Fortunately, I can only think of 1 and 1. So plus and plus. And let's see if that works. Okay, we have 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 8 is 8. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 1 times 8 is 8. So 6n plus 8n is 14n. So this actually works out. And that's trial and error. So you know the two first numbers have to multiply to give us the first number up here. And we know the two last numbers have to multiply to give us the last number. But then to get the middle number, you multiply the first and the last, the two outers and the two inners. Okay, have to add up to give you the middle term. So it's just a matter of playing with the numbers. And that's it. Have a good day.